Welcome to our team meeting for December 3rd. That's crazy, y'all. We are officially in the last month of the year. Transform 20 comes out tomorrow. So if you're on the West Coast, Miss Elizabeth, if you're up at midnight, it will be there. For us East Coast girls, when we wake up, it will be there at 3 a.m. So, oh, and Mallory, don't even make me do the math. I can't read. At 5 a.m. for you, it will be there, right? 5 a.m. tomorrow? Oh, I'm really testing my brain now. Wait, no, 5 p.m. 5 p.m. it should be there.
Because it'll be what, 3 a.m. for you? Yeah.
Yes, 5 p.m. it will be in Japan. So sorry, y'all. I had to really think outside the box for that one. So I'm super duper excited. If you haven't already, follow up with everyone in the group. I have my Excel sheet with their emails, their order, their flavor, and whether they're signing up with coaching as well. I don't know about you guys. I got so much feedback from us talking about coaching last night. And I don't know why, but from people I never would have expected that were like, oh, can you tell me more about what you guys were talking about? So just make sure you're following up with those people. Just a quick message and, let them know that you want to get it all ready for them first thing in the morning as soon as you wake up so that they can jump in. If people do have BOD that they do need to renew, just a reminder. So say someone's BOD expires in December, they need to call and terminate their BOD before they can place a new order. Not cancel, terminate. When they terminate it, it will be done right then and there. And then as soon as they place their order, they get their new access. But you cannot set up the order for anybody if their BOD is still enacted. And if you say cancel, so the difference between cancel and terminated is if you say cancel and my BOD expires December 28th, cancel means that on December 28th, it's not going to renew for another year. Terminate means it's done as soon as I'm on that phone call. So then I can place the new order for the person. Does that make sense? Okay. So tonight, I really just wanted to have an open forum for you guys. I'm not going to talk unless you guys want me to talk and answer any questions, but for you guys to chat about your goals. I know the last time we did this, you guys said it was really beneficial just to kind of put out into the universe what you guys were working on this month, what your goals were, ask any questions and get feedback from people. So that's where I want to go if anybody wants to start. You can unmute yourselves. Or I can choose somebody too if you need.
I don't mind going first.
Perfect. Rachel, kick us off, girlfriend.
Okay, so I only have 3 challengers, but one of them has talked to me about being a coach. And she seemed really committed that she wanted to get the savings, but then her car broke down, and so she was like, I got to put it on hold. And I was like, girl, I totally get it. But now that her car is fixed, it's I don't really know how to bring it back up. I was going to wait until closer to her Shakeology subscription because she had paused it. And so I was like, hey, it's going to come up again, and then just kind of slide it in there. But do you have any other tips?
So I first think don't downplay that you have 3 challengers because that's awesome. Second thing, yeah, I think you can either wait for her Shakeology date because that's a really easy way to transition into it. Or if you know that, I don't know if she would be interested in Transform 20, but you can also just say, if she was that, if you were interested in doing this new program with me, you could actually, I know you were interested in signing up as a coach before, so you could actually do both of those at the same time and have your coach fee waived. So I'm always an advocate of giving multiple options. So I don't know how long her Shako date is, but if you are wanting to jump on this, I don't think breadcrumbing it now and just checking in with her and being like, I know we had talked about this before. And then you can say or if you would rather wait till your Shakeology is about to be up. But I think when you give both options, that's always helpful.
Okay.
Yay, that would be exciting. Any other questions or anything else you're working on, right? I saw you add a lot of people into the Transform 20 group.
I did. A lot of them said that they weren't ready to commit because of Christmas, but I was like, just go in there anyway and check it out and ask questions, and then like I'll follow up with you in like a week or so, just so that it didn't seem like I was pressuring them to do anything. And I told them it was just informational, like you don't have to do anything. So I got to follow up with them later this week. So
yeah, and what's awesome about the group is it's going to stay open. And last time when Live 4 launched, like even after the launch, we went in there and like made posts and talked about how awesome the workouts were and like all of that stuff. So we'll keep that open. We could even do another call in there like before January 14th, if that would be beneficial for people, just to kind of get the last wave of interest in there.
okay, cool.
Thanks. All right, who's next? Jordan, are you unmuting? I see you. I see you moving.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can go. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask and I can't do that.
Fine.
So anyway, I'll just go. Hot seat it is. So my goals this month, I'm trying not to feel like it, but last month was really good. And then a lot of people this month are like, I'm talking with them, and I actually had one girl say, yeah, don't count me buying one this month because I'm busy. And I was like, oh, well, excuse me. And so I was like, well, at least it wasn't like a money thing. But I'm still determined. I want to hit Success Club 26 this month, going into the new year. And then I have one girl that's signing up as a coach right now. And just really focusing on building back up because I want to gain like a strong diamond, or at least enough to make a diamond again and go into 2019 super strong. I'm really excited about my challenge group that's going on right now. We're having a lot of fun, and I'm just hoping to kind of channel that into the new year and have a really cool like new year group. But really just focusing on keeping that fun and interesting and challenging everyone in the group just to keep showing up instead of just letting it run dry. So yeah, that is what I am doing right now.
Sounds good. So I was actually surprised I haven't gotten the like Christmas objections yet, which I think I was not super excited that Transform 20 was being launched in December because of those potentials. But thankfully, it's on the 4th of the month, so it's still pretty early. So hopefully, those, I know you will hit your goals. Something else I wanted to say, that I am a perfectionist, and like when I follow a meal plan, I follow a meal plan and like all of that. And I have found that not everybody is like me, that, you know, so what I really had to say in my groups the last 2 months was, I don't care if you guys are perfect. Like I really had to stress the importance of, no matter if they have a treat meal or they do these things, I don't want them to disappear from the group. I want them to get back like on track with me the next day. I want them to, even if they share in the group like, this weekend's nutrition was awful, but I'm here on Monday, like let's celebrate that. Because I have found not everybody can be like my mindset, and that's okay. Especially right now, like I just want to love on people and let them know how amazing they are, that they're not waiting until the new year, that they are taking on, you know, the last 2 months of the year in November and now in December, you know, and making themselves a priority. So I don't know if anyone else is like me and has been very, and I don't think I've ever been like, you can't have cheats or anything, but I do, like when someone starts 21 Day Fix, I've told people like, I really would love for you to give me 21 days with no treats. And I think that's still ideal. But I want to meet people where they're at in the groups right now, so that instead of disappearing and just not showing up and just completely MIAing me because they're like, oh, well, I have Christmas parties and I have these things, it's not realistic for me to be 100%, that I'm meeting them where they're at. Sorry, that was a long spiel, but I didn't know if that would be helpful for anybody to hear. Oh, Whitney must have had to get off for a second. Okay, who's next? Mallory, you going? I see movement.
So, of course, my kids are super good today when, you know, I don't need to present anything. It's fine. So I am focusing on getting comfortable with invites again. I have just been in a weird, like, I'm going to start all the new conversations and hope that people just are interested. And I know that that's not going to happen. I've just been in a weird headspace with invites. So I need to get better with, I guess, turning the conversations into that. So that's really my focus this month, is getting more comfortable with invites. I need to be hitting Success Club again, and not just like barely hitting Success Club 5. Like, I need to be doing Success Club 5 by the 5th and 10 by the 10th. And I need to get the excitement back in my challenge groups. And I know that it's me. I know that I'm like posting, and I'm, commenting, but I need to get the excitement back in. And I think that tip of, reminding people that they don't have to be perfect is going to be huge. So I have that, and then I'm making Ryan Emerald so that we can get closer to being Diamond by like next year.
I'm sorry, I just can't focus with the background. It totally stole my attention. I'm sorry.
I was like, what is she so excited about? Yeah, that plays at my house at least once a day.
I love it so much. When I was babysitting, it was just my excuse to watch it, like, constantly.
Yeah,
I was like,
she's obsessed. She's obsessed.
well, I think the groups thing is such a, like, so October went really well for my groups, and then November kind of a little bit. And so I was like, okay, let's change things up again. Like, what's not working, what's working. And you're right. I mean, it just has so much to do with what you're feeling with the groups, if you're bored. So I'm constantly trying to think of new things I can put in there. I haven't done like the recipes a day for a while. I'm like, maybe some winter soups, maybe some, how can we change things up just to add like little spice and little things in there. But the fact that you're cognizant of them being kind of down is super duper helpful, and you will turn it around. And if you ever have like where you're in a conversation and you're like, where can I take this? You can always message me and I will say like, oh, this is what I would say. Because that is, like I tell you guys all the time, it's so hard for me to be able to articulate how I transition conversations to bringing up my groups. But if you guys are ever at a point where you're like, can you just screenshot your conversation to me, and I will say, this is what I would, and sometimes it's going to be like, I would be like, okay, great. Like, peace out. And then, but so many times, like, there's just ways that I can find some way to like bring up my group or bring up the girls on my team, or even if it's just like, oh yeah, my team and I did, like, we went there for a blah, blah, blah. Like, even if it's completely not about that, but I'm just able to write that, you know what I mean? So if you guys ever need help with that, just let me know. I'm just blabbering on tonight. Okay, Jessie, I'm just going to start calling on you because you're right there.
My big head.
I was like, wait, she disappeared.
Oh, sorry. I had to like turn it on so you could hear me. All right. So my goals this month, and I talked to Kelsey about them yesterday, is just like getting back to being, because I've been kind of MIA, just with my personal life and stuff like that. And so yesterday I reached out to all my past challengers, kind of apologized for like being MIA and just being like upfront and honest of what was going on in my life, so that way they knew. And I had really good conversation with about like 6 of them. And now I just want to get back to hitting Success Club monthly, tracking my conversations and like who I talk to, and going back to that like weekly check, like the little checklist type things, because I'm such a person that needs something. So I visually have it, and I visually am like recording, and I'm keeping up with my goals, because if I say my goals and I kind of, instead of just keeping them in my head and like writing them down and stuff, I feel like I do a much better job at like getting to them. And we teamed up with Caitlin this month in combined groups. And so there's like a lot of like pump in there, and a lot of like cool, like different ideas and like different things going on in the group. Sorry.
No, you're totally fine. I saw it coming, like, oh gosh, someone's coming.
Right, they're all coming in the room.
I think that's awesome. And I think it's just important to know that we all go through funks in our personal lives and in our businesses. Jessie has always been absolute proof that when you go all in with a program, like your business goes through the roof. And when I was talking with Kelsey, I was like, you just have to remind her that, like, look what happened when you went in for 80-day obsession. That thing can keep happening. Yeah. And it will happen. It just, sometimes it just takes finding yourself again. Like, you guys, I have been like in a funk with my workouts. Like, I haven't posted that I'm like, with my workouts. Like, sometimes I say things, but working out with Shanti this morning gave me life.
Yes.
Like, you should have seen Travis. He probably thought I like had like 6 scoops of Energize, because I was like, let's go. And I was like, kept pushing him and like all of this. And he's like, chill. Like, what is wrong with you? But I mean, it is just finding that little spark. It's finding that trainer, finding that program that is going to make you excited to do all of this again. And I have no doubt in my mind that Transform 20 is going to be below our minds. Like,
yeah. And I really want to get making sure that I like post enough about the group, like I did with 80-day obsession, and like keeping like constantly inviting type deal.
Yeah. And so, I mean, even if you like checklists, things that I've seen people do is have like a daily checklist on like the background of their phone too, or something like that, so that you can constantly see like, there, that's my goal. What have I done today to get me closer to that goal? So yes, I love all of that. I'm ready to see you work, girl.
Me too.
All right. I am going to call on Michelle. I feel like a teacher.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Sorry, my voice is a little bit raspy because I lost my voice last week, but it sounds pretty normal today, so I should be fine. I have huge goals for December. I think it's going to be like an awesome month. And today I sat down and I wrote every single one of my challengers just to kind of like check in with them, because my challenge group has been dead. I've never seen it this dead. And I'm like, I'm still here. Like, so I just wanted to check in and be like, how is everything? But also letting them know about Transform 20, just like a very like personal message. Just like my inviting I talked about, where it's like public versus private, just letting them know like I want them along with me. I've been following up with some people who I haven't talked to in a while, but I said, hey, I don't know if you saw, but in January we're starting this brand new program, and I thought of you because they're only 20-minute long workouts and I know you're busy. So like just twisting in that like, hey, I thought of you. I think I've gotten some pretty good feedback on that. I want to reach out to 100 new people every week and invite 100 new people every week. Because that's what it takes when you are trying to like aim for big goals. And I set like throw up goals this month, and I'm just going to aim for it and follow up with everyone I can think of, and making sure that I'm tracking. But yeah, I have a lot of work to do.
You should like do it on a whiteboard, or like get something that's like dry erase that you can like mark off your like 100 as you go.
I know. Yeah.
Even if it's just like a piece of paper inside of like the clear thing where you can like just mark X's or mark boxes.
And I have days where I'm like, I have like 5-hour pockets of time. So if I really like hone in on those invites or hone in on those conversations, like if I can rattle through 100 in like 2 days, like I'll feel really good about that. And of course I can keep going, but like, and then some days are super crazy busy where I won't get as much done. So I think having like that week goal is going to be helpful.
Yeah. And when I was doing like the 10 conversations a day challenge, I wanted to reiterate to people that like some days it's going to be so much easier to get like 50, if you have like a Transformation Tuesday and you can just thank all of those people. And then some days you're going to struggle to get in like 5 because you're just not feeling it. Like you just work when you're feeling it. Like I can't even, like last week I had an appointment every single day and I just felt like I was like juggling when I could do this. And I worked yesterday from 12 to 10 o'clock, like nonstop, and just pounded at work because I was feeling it. I was drinking my Energize and I was just in the zone. And so when you feel it, you gotta like go with it. When you're feeling inspired, that's gonna come through your messages so much easier, through your post. And you're not gonna feel like you're like forcing anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Elizabeth, can you speak or no? Because if you can't, that's fine. Okay. Christy and baby. I'll unmute you. You're unmuted.
Okay. I hopped on the call late, so we're just talking. Are we talking goals?
Oh, yeah. We're just kind of talking our goals and anything we kind of want accountability for.
Okay. My goal is to get Nick to Diamond. So this month I would love to sign up 6 coaches under him, and then work on, getting some of those to Emerald, but goal is 6 coaches under him. I would like to hit, Success Club, 5 by the 5th, 10 by the 10th, and then sign up the rest of people under Nick to grow my volume on my right leg. So those are my goals. I'm trying to do the 100 conversations a week, following my tracker more. I was doing a really good job at using that, and then I kind of got off of it. So I've been using that because I do so much better if I have a guide rather than just trying to work on my own. So those are really my main goals.
And I just want to touch on, Christy and I got on a call with Rob and broke down like what she needed to be doing to get her income. And I cannot stress the importance of like, I've had to take this step back. I've had to remind other coaches, like, we don't get any reward for going over Success Club 10
Mm-hmm.
for us personally. Beachbody doesn't have like a Success Club 50 All-Stars or anything like that. Hit Success Club 10 in your business and then put everybody else through. If you're trying to build your income, put them through your week leg. If your spouse is on your week leg, put all those orders through there, because that income is going to mean so much more than our leaderboard and the team page saying you have Success Club 40. Because you know what? When we see Christy at 10 and Nick at 10, we know that's Christy. Like, we know she's working both of them. So I just remember your goals with all of this. Like, and that is something I've had to take a huge step in, like, be like, it's okay that Travis has Success Club 8. Like, that's making us more money. That got us to Diamond. That's where we need to be. Because we have such this like culture of Success Club in our head, which is awesome. It's new lives, but it doesn't matter how you're helping those people, whether it's in your account or your husband's account, or you're building your mom or you're building somebody else. And if anybody needs to kind of break down the income and figure that out, I recorded the call with Christy and Rob, so people can watch that as well. And I am more than welcome to break that down with you as well, because I mean, we were literally able to say, like, this is how many coaches you need to be adding on your entire week leg, like, and not even just her. So like her team on her week leg, to get her to her income goals.
And that call was so helpful. So helpful.
Yeah, it was really good. Elizabeth just said baby, but she can't speak out loud. Jacqueline, let's go, girl.
Can you hear me?
I can, cutie patootie.
Hi. So my goals are so much smaller than you guys'. So. But I graduate from my master's program in 2 weeks. And hold on, I'm not home alone anymore. I graduate in 2 weeks, and so I have time again. And I know you guys all have tons of stuff going on too, but I am really working on hitting my personal goals. I am so close to my goal weight from my doctor, like so close. And Kristen, I've been in this journey with you for like ever. So I'm really, really excited about that. And I don't know, being so close to that goal has me so invigorated from like a Beachbody standpoint. And I feel like that shows, and I'm getting so much more traction, and I'm actually like I don't know. I like that whole like I am Team Beachbody. Like I never really understood that until like I got to the last like 6 months of this journey, to be honest. Like, yes, it works for me, but like it can work for anyone. So my goals are just, I know you guys are doing 100 conversations a week, like props to you. Mine is 15 conversations a week and then 15 follow-ups. So I've been doing that for the last 2-3 weeks and having like more and more conversations. And then people are now watching my stories and asking me about the moves that I'm doing or what workout I'm doing that day, if that's part of Beachbody On Demand. So like I'm really working on just talking about the programs and talking about what I do. So hopefully that will turn into slowly but surely Success Club, but I'm taking it extremely slow and just really working on taking advantage of the time to just talk about Beachbody and get more comfortable with talking about it and kind of involving and just following up with people. So short-term goal is just 15 and 15 and then crush my personal goal weight. So that's really it though.
Well, and I think you hit the nail on the head. When we feel good, like that comes through everything. And that just goes back to like when we're doing a program that we love and we're seeing results. Like it's so easy to get in your stories excited. It's so easy to have that conveyed through a post because you're feeling it. And I agree with everything Jordan said. Don't ever compare yourself to anybody else, because I remember when I was coaching and working and in school and doing all those things, and all I did was post. Like I wasn't even focused on invites or conversations or doing all of that. I was just sharing my journey because that's what I could do at that point. And so just focus where you're at. And I would encourage you. So Christy is doing a 2B Mindset group, and I know 2B Mindset has been really huge for you. You know, when you get to a point, you don't ever have to do groups that everybody else is doing. Like Christy, where she's at, she can't work out. She just had a baby. 2B Mindset makes sense for where she is at. And so that's how she tailored her group, was a nutrition group this month. And so I think do you, like, and what makes you feel good, because when you're having fun and you're living proof of what you're doing, like that's going to be conveyed through everything.
Right. Yeah, and I'm actually like people are asking me what I'm eating, and I'm definitely trying to have conversations, but I'm like conversations are here, and then to get to that next level of actually hitting Success Club, there's a disconnect that I'm working on.
Well, and conversations are good regardless, because that's building trust with your followers, and those people are, when they are ready, they're going to say like, oh, I can come to her. I think the only thing that I would encourage you more to do is to breadcrumb like that, the fact that people can do it with you, because people can post about the workouts and post about the nutrition, and then someone's asking you questions about what you're doing and you tell them, and then they're like, oh, let me go look that up on Beachbody. So instead of, being able to help them. So, just sharing that, like, even at the end of your conversation, like if you're ever interested in learning more, like I would love to have some additional accountability on my journey if you wanted to do it with me, even if it's just something as little as that, like when you're comfortable saying, just so people know that, oh, like not only is she doing this, she could help me do it too.
Yeah, I will say, what's been really kind of cool is I used to do Weight Watchers a while back, and a lot of women from Weight Watchers follow me. And I've been tagged in a bunch of posts being like, if you are looking for a Beachbody coach, this girl is awesome. And like, how cool is that? Like, I'm not even like an established coach, but all these ladies are following me, and they know that some people are looking for that. So they're tagging me, and then I'm starting conversations with those people. And I'm like, I wouldn't have even known these people because they're followers of followers that follow me. Like, they're just kind of cool.
It is. That's how it happens. And
yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Really
Thank you, Love Bug. Heather, are you able to go? If not, totally fine.
Jackson's going a little crazy, but we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, so right now, basically just my goal is just to be consistent again, getting back into everything. And honestly, like, I haven't felt good about, like, personally where I'm at, because I've gained some weight back and I just have not been very consistent with my food and everything. And so I know that's like transferring over and I'm not as excited about everything, and that's my own fault. So my goal right now is just to be consistent and really like get back to where I was. And I'm really excited. I'm getting burnt out from Lift 4. I have 3 weeks left. So I'm going to finish it, but I'm ready for something new. So I'm really excited for the new program. And my goal is just to start, obviously work on me first and get to where I'm confident again. And then I am talking to some new people. I also reached out to all my coaches and talked to them because a lot of them have gone inactive. So I'm talk to them about Transform 20 and all of that. So just kind of getting them back in the loop, hopefully. And I am talking to 2 new people about, potentially coming challengers. So yeah, I think the main thing though is just working on me and getting back to where, I feel better.
Yeah, and this is such a tough time of the year for so many people. I literally have said that in a message multiple times a day to my challengers, to like my coaches, to anybody, because this is a tough time of the year. There are so many temptations. It's dark at 5 o'clock, so you're tired all the time. Like it's so much like going on. The fact that like showing up is a huge victory. And I think we have to like give ourselves grace and realize that like when everybody else right now is like at home, not doing anything and waiting for January, we're taking control. Like we're not waiting. We are working out. And even if it's a 20-minute workout or, even if our nutrition isn't 100%, it's better than what the majority of the world are doing right now. And that's a huge, that's huge. And I just think we have to celebrate all of those things. But when you feel good, it goes into everything. So that's the most important thing. Finish Lift 4 because that's good for your mentality, and then you are going to be able to jump into some Shanti, and he's going to lift you right up. I think that journal tracking is going to be huge. Everybody that loves To Be Mindset, like that journal is going to be such a huge asset for all of us. And I love the little tweaks in it that make it more transformy than To Be. And so I just think it's going to be awesome for everyone's mentality too.
Yeah, and I'm really excited. It's my first program too, so I'm really excited to get back to Shanti and like really push myself. So.
Yeah, you guys, like as soon as I did that workout this morning, my whole mood was just like lifted. Like I couldn't stop smiling, and I was like, oh. And I'm not like a cardio lover, cardio program complete like lover, but I don't even care. Like just having him in my life right now is going to make me happy. And so I'm going to take what I can get. And I'm excited about Transform 20. I'm excited that it's a different type of program than we've ever done. So the results are going to be crazy. Like y'all see his booty on that call, like the leg and booty definition is going to be insane. So yeah, I'm just really, really excited. And I can't stress enough the importance of taking advantage of this program coming out, talking about it, getting people excited. And even if you get them signed up now, it's free for them to sign up for the VIP group, like get VIP access, even if they don't decide free with like a new membership. So it's $160 either way. So even if you need to get people started with like 21 Day Fix or something right now for a brand new program, then you can progress them into that. They'll have it versus having to wait till April. And I just think this can make our businesses. Our volume is already crazy high. Thursday should be record breaking after tomorrow. I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
I have a question. And maybe it's just my brain is foggy right now, but if they don't sign up, is there a cutoff date for the VIP launch? Like if they don't get it a certain time, or can they purchase it in January
They can purchase it in January. They cannot purchase it after like February 28th. It's like the end of February, I think.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was actually there was a cutoff date or if there was a cutoff date to do a VIP group or something.
No, I think when I looked back, I've literally read the FAQ more times than I can count. And so it's getting jarbled in my brain, but I'm 99.9% sure that you can only get the VIP access, and it's only on sale December and January. And then in February, it will go up to the $180 to get the VIP access. Well, and all the packages will go up $20. So, yes. Any other questions or feedback or anything?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Where would you suggest going to find result pictures for Transform 20 that doesn't have like Transform 20 on it? You know what I mean?
The hashtag. Have you looked at the hashtag Transform 20 on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, because I looked through that yesterday, and I thought I saw a good amount. And then I went to the actual Transform 20 page and looked at people who have tagged Transform 20 in there, and I had seen some. So I mean, yeah, I just brought this up, and there's a bunch.
Okay.
That's Transform 20 test group is the hashtag, and there's literally.
And so you just screenshot those pictures and then crop it?
Mm-hmm.
Or, okay.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Her abs are ridiculous. Yeah, there's a ton on there.
Yeah. People's booty pictures are like.
Oh, yeah, Mallory, I'm sorry. I'm reading what you said. I thought it was cool. I think it was Christy put hearts over the official picture so that you couldn't see the Transform 20. Gotcha. Yeah. But yeah, there's a ton. I just started, if you're looking for like challenge pack options and stuff like that, in the tools section of our back office, there's like a whole Transform 20 thing where you can get some of the challenge packs, you can get promos and things like that. I would post more of those like in your groups than on social media, obviously. But there's lots of options there. I'm trying to think of what else. Any other questions or feedback or anything?
I have one quick thing.
Yeah.
So I obviously, none of us have done Shanti, but we've all had experiences with Shanti. And that's what I'm kind of pushing right now, like in my stories, is like he was the one that started my journey. And like I'm trying to do more live while I'm actually working out. And like some of my NSVs of like, I started this program 2 years ago. I couldn't even jump, like how you were talking about it in your December group. And I was like, I was thinking the same thing, like just showing him like what he is all about, how he pushes you. Like we can't really talk about Transform 20 because we haven't done it, but like what has Shanti done for you? And that's what I'm trying to push.
Yeah. And
like how good of a vibe he gives off. Like I hate cardio, but he makes me like actually enjoy it. Like a good music playlist too, but like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not a cardio person. I love lifting weights and he makes me enjoy those workouts because he's so motivating.
Absolutely. I think the more we can share experiences, period, is helpful. And Christy had a really good question earlier to me in my messages that I just wanted to touch on. She has a girl who has struggled with anxiety and different things like that. And she was like, I really think Transform 20 for the mental piece of it is going to be huge for her, but I'm worried that it would be too intense of a workout. And so I reminded her that one, like there's a modifier. If you guys can watch that girl Jamie do any of these programs, I am not trying to be mean in any means. Like she gives me if she can do it, anybody can do it. Like all you have to do is keep moving. So first of all, I don't think this program is not doable for anyone. I think it's going to be more intense. It's going to be a harder program. Don't think that it's like 100% not doable for anyone. Second thing I told her is like, this is a great chance to remind people that like, you can get the VIP access with Transform 20 because it's free with a new membership. And if you do it for a couple weeks and you do think it's too hard, let me know and we will take you into another program, because you have access to every program. And then in a month or two, when you have built up to it, you can try Transform 20 again. And I went into my group today, what Jacqueline was talking about, and shared about how today's workout, like on my post on social media today, I didn't make it 5 minutes into this workout the first time I did it. This was the first workout I ever tried on my like at home journey. And it was awful. Like, it was so hard for me. And so I just went into my group today and reminded them that, like, no matter if this is hard today or, you know, anything like that, I want you to just make it a promise to make it through it today. Follow that modifier as much as you need. I reminded them that how much weight I lost with just following the modifier for more than the majority of this workout. And I think that's going to be very important in our Transform 20 groups, is like meeting people where they're at, letting them know that if it's hard, that's cool. Like, it's okay, because it's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be a little bit difficult, but it's not doable for anybody. And if they just keep making that commitment to show up for 20 minutes, like, they're going to progress. And I think those transformers are going to be an amazing tool to be able to show that progression too. So, okay.
I have one quick question. I know you touched on it earlier, and I kind of heard part of it. It was saying, like, if my BOD is getting ready to renew in January,
yes,
I should cancel it. And no.
You have two options. Okay. So
that's where
you could terminate it right now and sign up with a challenge pack for 160 tomorrow.
Okay.
Or if you aren't needing Energize and Recovery or Shakeology, you can pay the $52.46 for like the accessories bundle without the step. And then you're going to pay $99 when it renews in January. So you're going to pay less than $160. The $160 is a great deal if you are needing Energize and Recovery or you're needing Shakeology. It's a great deal because you're going to end up paying essentially $160 anyway. But if you don't need to shovel out $160 tomorrow, you don't have to.
Okay. And I know it, I can't remember the exact date when it does in January. So is it just, I mean, it doesn't really matter if I do it tomorrow or like sometime this week, right?
Oh yeah, no, as soon as you terminate it, you can order your new one. But once you terminate it, you do not have access to
and I can still, but can I still use the same email and stuff like that? That's not going to matter?
Yep. I literally have people call and terminate it, and I send in their new enrollment the second they get off the phone.
Okay.
So yeah, I keep going back and forth because I literally just had Energize and Recover ship out yesterday that I wasn't paying attention to. And so I'm like, I don't know whether I'm going to do the 160 because if you guys have seen my cabinets, I don't need any more Energize and Recover or Shakeology right now. And so I think it might just, because mine doesn't renew till December 28th. I'm like, I feel like it probably just makes more sense for me to let that $100 renew at the end of the month because of what I like need personally. So just weigh the pros and cons of how much money you're going to end up spending.
Because it's only like $8 more though, isn't it? Is it 8 or 15 or?
So it's $52.46 for the accessories bundle without the step, and that gives you like all the printed materials. Yeah. That's not the cheapest option. That's the like step up from the cheapest option.
Yeah, that's what I want.
And then and that's going to be plus tax and shipping, and then your BOD is $99 plus tax. So it's going to be an $8-ish difference
when you could just get Energize and Recover for it. So okay.
Yeah. So if you can use those things, then absolutely, like the 160 is a way better deal than getting the two separately.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And has anybody ordered a challenge pack as a coach yet?
Yeah, I did that in October. My expired October 1st. So I canceled my Shakeology and I got a new challenge pack, and it saved me obviously a fair amount of money. Yeah. And it was make it easy. I just but you have to call on the day it expires, and they do it that day, because if you don't call on the day it expires, then you're losing out on like Beachbody On Demand until you pay for a new one. Do you mean? So like you have to basically cancel and then buy it immediately, or you lose out on BOD.
And buy it immediately if you do it a month at a time. So it's
wicked helpful though, and awesome deal.
You don't get the discount on it, correct?
Nope, it's straight 160.
Okay, and did you get Success Club points or anything for it?
No.
Okay, because I remember they said like FAQ to find out the Success Club points and stuff information. So I've just been wondering how that worked. So you don't get anything for it. I mean,
let me confirm that. I'll look and see if I had it for October, but I don't think I did. But it was a good deal. The customer service was wicked helpful. Then they understood. But the funny thing is my BOD expired one day before that option for coaches was available. So I had to go a day without Beachbody On Demand. So I just had to
happens,
but it thankfully was only 1 day difference, you know, because that deal started October 2nd.
Gotcha. If that ever happens, my Beachbody On Demand, I will give you guys my login if you ever need.
Sure. I just planned it as my day because I had called it in advance, and they're like, you can't do it until the 2nd.
So I was able to upgrade and use it the same day. Like I did it all online through the manage your subscription.
So did you?
Obviously, I didn't do Transform 20, but I got the 140 discount.
Did you do it? So when was your expiration date, and when did you go online?
I did it the 22nd, and I went and got it like a couple days before, and I just chose to upgrade it.
Gotcha. Because I saw Bethany showed she was having issues with the upgrade option. It wasn't, and it might be the fact that Transform 20 wasn't ready yet, but she was having issues. I can remember. So
well, obviously, I didn't do it through Transform 20, but it lets you choose any challenge pack. Like you could essentially choose a Transform 21 once it's available.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. That's good to know. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. If any